Christmas. Yes, it's the time of year, and today I'm going to talk to you about making a wreath. Now, I don't know. I'm not a big wreath maker. I really envy people who can put together a really pretty wreath. And one really easy way to get a wreath is to get one like this, which is already created on a flag. I love this wreath. It has cute little chickadees in it, and it looks really pretty, and it's great for my classroom because it doesn't glare. But this year I was privileged to be able to take an opportunity to make some wreaths for my church at the behind the church up at the front, and it's not really my comfort zone, so I wasn't sure exactly what to do. So I'm just going to share this little video about my success with the wreaths that I made, and since I'm not a big wreath maker, I thought maybe I could inspire someone else to just get in there and do it. Just do something that maybe you're not majorly comfortable doing, but you just make a plan. I watched a couple videos. My other issue is I want to do it on a budget. Now, I could go to the local florist, I could get some beautiful wreaths, I could buy one at, the grocery store. They're beautiful ones at the grocery store. I could go to Walmart, I could buy one. The wreaths that I made were already, the greenery was already put together, and they are about 3 feet in, let's see, diameter. So they are very large, and so that means you need a lot of decorations, a big bow, and I want to do this very low budget. So I watched a few videos, and a lot of times when you watch a video they have no budget. They say, oh, all of this stuff is from the dollar store, but then they use 50 things, so it still ends up costing $50. But I really did get some items at the dollar store, and I wanted to share what I got. So these are a few things that I got. I like the flowers at the dollar store. I usually grab a good amount of flowers for each season. So of course I got the poinsettias. I got a few bunches of poinsettias. I got some ribbon. They had some really nice gold colored ribbon. They had some nice Christmas ribbon, and it was pretty good. I could make a bow, and I could make the part that comes down, because that's pretty long, 3 feet by 3 feet. So the straight part that came down, so I got 2 rolls for each wreath for the ribbon, and then I got like probably 1 bunch of flowers per wreath for the flowers. I also got some of these. These are $1 for this whole thing, which is kind of cool. So I would use some wire, which you can also get at the dollar store, and I also would recommend the wire cutters. I actually put them in my purse because wire cutters are important for a lot of things. So get some wire cutters, and then this wire I got in the automotive department. So this wire is not necessarily colored, but none of the wire showed. So you can use the wire to thread through the little balls, and you can just attach it to your wreath. You can also use it to put like 3 balls together and attach it to your wreath, and you can use it for anything. You also might need a glue gun, which I used to just secure some of the flowers. Once I knew where they were going to go, I would take the glue gun and just kind of glue them onto the wreath, just kind of gently so that they wouldn't fall off. So those are the items that I needed for the wreath. So those are some things that you could look at. I also got a few ornaments and things that I thought would look good for the situation that I had. So these are all a Christmas wreath theme. Now, a wreath really has no rules to it. As a definition, it is just defined as an arrangement of flowers, leaves, or stems fastened in a ring and used for decoration. And we usually decorate with those, or we also sometimes we lay them on graves to remember our friends. and people that we love. What does a wreath symbolize? The wreath has significant meaning for the season. It's a circular shape and it represents eternity, for it has no beginning and no end. From a Christian or religious perspective, it represents an unending circle of life. The evergreen, most frequently used in making wreaths, symbolizes growth and everlasting life. So there is a meaning to it, and that's kind of cool, isn't it? That we would put this wreath up, and it's actually means more than just a decoration. It gives us hope, you know, that there are good things in this life, okay? Unending love, unending friendship, and it's a welcoming symbol. It also symbolizes eternity, and there is an eternal life, and that's what the Christian perspective is going to bring to the season. Why do we put the wreaths on the doors? When Christians hang a wreath on their door or in their window, it's an invitation for Christ to come into their home. Meanwhile, Holiday Insights reports that some people believe that the circular shape of the wreath represents eternity and the never-ending circle of life. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think that everyone who puts a wreath on their door believes that they're inviting Christ into the home, but that was one of the original meanings of the wreath. So I think that's pretty interesting. I love the evergreen meaning that it is a symbol of life also. And so the wreaths that I did at the church, they're not a real evergreen. They are a fake evergreen. They were put together by someone else long time ago, and we've just kept the greenery, and I just decorated them. So the wreath themselves I did not have to buy, but I just wanted to do something new to make them look a little nicer and special. A wreath may be used as a headdress, okay, so wreaths have also been used as, you know, a crown, or different ways that people have used wreaths throughout history. And so when you think about it, you know, just think about the wreath, you know, think about what you think it means. You know, sometimes in our modern world, we don't always bring a meaning into everything. To us, maybe it's just a tradition. Every year we make wreaths. Every year we buy a wreath, or every year we give a wreath, or we put wreaths up as a decoration. They definitely are beautiful, and they definitely do something to our, you know, our eyes. They're comforting. It's a comforting symbol of something. Maybe that's why, because a circle is a comforting symbol. And I know that at my wedding, you know, the preacher said that the wedding ring symbolized eternity, and that love is eternal. God's love is eternal. So that's similar to the wreath. So in this video, I'm going to show you some just some pictures of the wreaths that I made, and I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, it was just very simple. I put them together. I pulled all of my materials together, and then I just took my wreath and I kind of placed everything onto the wreath until I thought it looked nice. And I kind of put the flowers around, spaced them out, spaced my ornaments, and made sure that the colors were, you know, I had a little bit of white, a little bit of red and green, and then the bows. And the bows were kind of fun. I took the bows, made them by hand, but I also loved this one video that how it would show me how to start at the top with the long pieces. And just start at the top, attach it, one long strip of ribbon, and then bring it down and just kind of attach it to the edges of the wreath until it came all the way down, and then I put a bow on the top. So I hope you like this video, and I'm including start to finish photos. And thank you for watching, and I hope this inspires you to try and make a wreath on your own, and try to do it on a budget. You know, you could do it. When I was a kid, my mom used to just get stuff from the yard to make a beautiful wreath. But, you know, that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work, and she did a great job. But, you know, we can make wreaths out of anything. Just be creative, and maybe you could even make a new tradition on making the wreath. You know, a lot of times we decorate the tree. Maybe we can also make a new tradition of decorating the wreath and making a new wreath and just sprucing up the house, making it look festive for the season. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.